I'm going to read a short chapter here from All Things Left Wild. Randall and Charlotte rode through the pastures and dry grasslands beneath the mountains. Their horses moved across the empty plains heading south, crossing over thawed snow turned mud and blue-green desert ferns sprouting from the earth. They spotted a lone bobcat perched in a tract of bear grass, watching them through animal eyes oscillating from predator to prey, as if unsure of its place in the world. They passed through the upper regions of northeast Presidio County and circumvented the sharp plateaus and broad cuestas of the Trans-Pecos highlands. Eventually, the land arched and sloped into the Marathon Basin of Brewster County, and they followed ephemeral streams southward toward the border. They made camp on the third night in a rock canyon, which provided shelter from the wind as it pushed the twilight clouds across the sky, dressing and then undressing the stars. The two of them lay on opposite sides of the fire. The only sounds were the occasional popping of the wood as it burned, or the far-off cry of coyotes as they pursued the movement of shadows in the moonlight. "Are you sure you want to do this?" she asked, and he could see her face through the flames as they quivered and leapt from the dry post oak. "No," he replied. "But we're going anyway. It doesn't seem right to turn back now." "I miss the boys," she said. "I do too. But it's best this way." "I know." "Come here," he told her, and she did. The night's clouds turned into the day's rain, and the two riders found the going both slow and cold. They put the horses toward the elevated tablelands to the east and took shelter under a bedrock overhang and held each other and didn't speak. Below them, a herd of pronghorn antelope passed by on the far-reaching plains, unimpeded by the wet weather. The storm passed, but Randall still saw the weary and burdensome look on Charlotte's face. "We'll be okay," he assured her. "Spoken like a true jackass," she replied. "We aren't going to fight them over the brothers," he continued. "We're going to buy them." Buy them? For a group like the Lobos, if what we heard in Fort Davis is to be believed, money is more valuable than a couple of men. We'll buy the brothers. Then we'll take them back to Long Pine to hang. "Back to Long Pine," Charlotte repeated. "That's right. Back to your wife." The rains left the desert foothills ripe with the smell of creosote and ocotillo. The plants drank in the morning sunlight, releasing their compounds into the air, and Randall wondered how a world so magnificent in its nature could also be so devoid of empathy and awareness. Even the creosote itself, in its survival, killed those once living plants beneath it, stealing from them the life-giving water when it fell. If awareness came to such flora, he thought, what then would the process of nature look to for guidance? Awareness, he thought, is meant to promote righteousness and civility. To do evil or violence is to cast aside such awareness, such evolved cognizance as man has been given, and revert somehow to a nature not our own. There are but two natures. One is man's, human nature, and the other is nature itself, from which we have separated ourselves. He thought these things, and though he believed these things, Randall began to pity himself and his naivety of the world.